Welcome back to the ProComps Meta Forecast. Starting off with our S-tier champions for the patch, we're going to take a look at each role and give you guys the lowdown on what's been strong for a while, or been sleeper for the whole time. For top lane, we're going to take a look at Renekton, Garen, and Jace. Renekton has always been a pro play staple, and with the nerfs to a lot of his tougher scaling matchups like K'Sante and Cho'Gath, plus lane swaps being essentially removed, we'll probably be seeing him a lot more in pro play as a great early game setup champion. Garen is a newer pick and has been seeing more and more play in both pro and amateur alike. He's always been a strong champion, but his role was usually unclear, and once again, lane swaps made his life hard, but expect to see him more and more as a counter pick these days. Jace is sort of the same old story. Strong lane bully with great scaling who offers a ton of damage throughout all stages of the game. With the aforementioned removal of lane swaps, I think we're going to be seeing a move to a more standard style of jungling, with tanks coming back into the fold. Champions like Xin Zhao and Sejuani offer a great level of power. When it comes to early game ganks, they still offer quite a bit in teamfights. They've already seen a pretty decent chunk of playtime across the globe. We're assuming the carries in the top lane will see more play, so expect more utility out of the jungle position. A champion like Zyra though is just a stable counterpick to any unsuspecting tank jungler. Her lightning fast clear and great disengage give any team lacking magic damage some versatility and scaling. Midlane has seen some of the largest diversity in champion picks so far this split in pro play, but the meta seems to be dominated largely by mages. Victor, Orianna, and Ahri all offer different playstyles, but they're all equally important. Victor is more of a lane bully with phenomenal late game teamfight scaling. Orianna is used predominantly as a solid laner with great follow-up on any engage, and Ahri's ultimate and charm make for a powerful pick tool at any stage of the game. AD carries have remained largely unchanged throughout S25. Ashe's recent buffs have brought her back into the fold. While she's seeing some play as an on-hit carry, we'd like to highlight people trying to bring back her old, annoying W spam lethality builds. It hasn't seen a ton of play, but it has been picking up steam here and there. For Varus and Corki, it's the same story as previous patches. Their laning phase combined with build flexibility for Varus and positional flexibility for Corki make them some of the most impactful carries in the game. And without any nerfs to these champs, don't expect that to change anytime soon. Engaged champions are still the name of the game in bot lane, until Riot decides to make support mages a thing again. Hopefully not. Rel continues to be the queen of competitive support play, and while she has counters like Alistar, Braum, and Poppy, that hasn't stopped teams from picking her whenever available. Rakan has been creeping up in priority, but that is in part due to the Fearless Draft format of the Winter Split globally. That said, he is still powerful, and we wanted to highlight that today. Nautilus is just the same old guy. Land hook and die simulator if you're behind, or the greatest pick / snap engage point and click champ in the game. If you're looking for the best champions in the game overall, look no further than Ashe and Ahri. The name of the game these days is playing with number advantages in fights. Champions like Ashe and Ahri offer a great deal of pick potential which will allow you to convert those crucial kills into objectives or simply just snowball the game. If you're worried about Ashe, think of picking up Varus, Jhin, or Twitch. Varus and Jhin match Ashe's utility and lane phase prowess, while offering up some all-important range versus these low-range pick comps Ashe loves to play with. And Twitch is just a great counter if you're looking for a strong 2v2 to beat up Ashe in the early to mid game. For Ahri, consider picking up Vex, Lissandra, and Sylas. Vex and Lissandra are classic Ahri counters that have been used competitively in the past, and it basically just comes down to countering Ahri's mobility, matching her ability to push and roam for mid lane. Sylas is a useful counter largely due to being able to steal Ahri's ult and go toe-to-toe with her in any extended fight. Are you and your friends looking for some fun new comps to pick up? Let's take a look at some of the best comps for each playstyle. A classic meatball front-to-back protect style comp. These champions excel when placed in a phalanx position around wide open areas and aim to protect the single strongest member of the pack. A more sporadic, vision-based team comp that excels when ahead. Use your important pick spells and ultimates to find stragglers and force odd-number fights. Be wary, however, your comp does struggle in a straight-up front-to-back team fight. Ever feel like full sending it directly onto one person like you're a nuclear warhead? If so, I've got the comp for you. Pick these champions up if you're trying to find those clippable wombo combo teamfights and execute the entire enemy team within a split second. Sometimes you just want to chill, sit back, and throw spells at max range over and over again like you're playing ARAM. If you're interested in something like that, think of picking up a comp like this. While these champions will struggle versus hard engage, if you're able to sit back and stay safe, you'll be able to choke out the enemy team with ease while you chip down their turrets. Split pushing is an art, and when pulled off correctly, it can be one of the most rewarding playstyles imaginable. Use a comp like this if you're trying to pull people around the map like chickens with their heads cut off. Take tower after tower while they look for meaningless little fights. Thanks for watching the ProComps Meta Forecast. I've been your host and ProComps Meta Expert Coffee, reminding you to like and subscribe. Let us know what champions you think will benefit most from the removal of lane swaps.